Please subscribe and don't forget to click on the little notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. Hi! So I want to talk to you about Tjhoko Paint. This is amazing stuff, and it's sort of like a chalk paint and you can paint it on anything. And thanks very much to Michelle from Venus and Rose Tea Room. She's just opened a shop in Monthey, and she is now selling these paints, and she does workshops as well. So if you're interested in going, I will put a link below in the description. And she has sent me these three beautiful colors. So I've got a white, and then I've got a turquoise, and then I've got like a 1930s, 1940s green, which I really love. My idea was to take a toolbox and paint it, and then cover it with some decoupage napkins. And the reason I wanted to put a base coat underneath it, so ideally it would just be white. I'm going to try these paints out on other things like baskets. I've got some forged iron, things like that. I'm going to try different things, but today's project I wanted to do for that. So I have read up about how you're supposed to do this, and it's basically you need to take acetone, wipe down the plastic, and then you should be able to paint it. But what I might do as well is I've got a little bit of wire wool here and just like give it a little bit of a scratch as well. Very, very slightly. I mean, I can already see that that's making a difference. So maybe I should, I think what I'll do is I'll wipe this first with this wire wool, and then I'll put the acetone on it, and then that should help the paint adhere better. And I will just be painting the outside of it and possibly the top as well. I'll have a look and see. I'm thinking that I would like to put a little bit of the decoupage on the top. And I don't think the decoupage is going to stick just with glue on there. I don't need to do the bottom. So this is really fast, by the way. I'm like, this is real time. So it's just a little bit of wire wool. It's just making the surface a little bit more rough so that the paint will adhere well. And that's it basically. It's a really quick job. This has already got a rough surface on this, so I don't think I need to scratch that. So I might just put the decoupage or the paint on that part and then leave the top open so you can see through it. And this I'm not going to do anything to for the moment. We'll see later if I change my mind. So just for the acetone, I'm going to use rubber gloves and a paper towel. Okay, so I'm just adding this acetone there. Now let it dry for 20 minutes. So this is now dry, and I'm going to go ahead and paint it. So these are really cute, what they call mason jars in the States. And this has got a little wax paper over the top of the paint. And apparently you need to keep another wax paper on top of it when you're finished, because otherwise it will adhere to the lid, which you don't want. So this is going on really easy. You just need one coat. And then I will let that dry for a little bit, and then I will be able to do my decoupage on it. Now, one thing you can do with these chalk paints, the Tjhoko Paints, is you can put one coat on the base, and then you can put another coat after it dries on the top, and then you can kind of sand back so you can get a little bit of the white showing through, so it makes it look distressed. Now, I'm not going to paint the lip of this because that's where the lid is going to sit, and I don't think that's a good idea. And I don't need a full coverage on here because it's really just to help me do the decoupage. But you can see that that is going on plastic, which is really nice to see. And it is adhering really well. So now I'm looking through my napkins. I really have a better idea. So I think what I want to do is make this into a box for pastry nozzles, and so for like decorating, because I never have enough room for them in my thing. So I can put like the Russian piping bag stuff and anything else that will fit in here. I think this will be great. Maybe some cookie cutters in the bottom as well. So I think I'm just going to keep it food related, and like I said, I've got this huge box of napkins, and I've got they're all classified. So this one is Christmas, Easter, birthdays, Halloween, New Year's. And this is flowers, and I've got food, and I've got leaves and whatever. They're all categorized, and I've got, I don't know, probably 10 different Ziploc bags full. So I think what I'm going to do is I'll just start cutting out some of these, and I can just apply them. I mean, you can use any kind of white glue, but this one is especially designed for decoupage, but this is the good stuff to have. Now the advantage of having a white background is that this is going to show up better, and also it means that if I have a white background already, like I do on this one, then it won't show up. I don't have to be as precise. So I'm just going to apply one for the moment so you can see how it works. So I've cut out this cupcake here, and I'm just going to remove the back layers. All I want is the very front layer, because the glue is going to really seep through that. So that's at least one layer. I think that's the only one left. I'll take this brush. This is a water-based glue. I like to put it on a little dish. It's pretty runny, so that's because it's specially designed for that. So I'll just put a little bit there. And then you just basically, you just do it from the top. So you're just gonna, let's try and get that in the middle. Once it gets wet, it will stay. So you're just adding a little bit of glue, and then it will dry. And that looks like it was always there and always part of it. Alright, here I've cut it out, and I've kept this little like a chocolate pudding cup next to it. So you just have to kind of work the back off of it, and hopefully, there we go. So it is 3 layers, so you can see here's 1, 2, 3. You only want the layer with the print on it, and I'm going to put it like this, like smack in the middle of that. I think I'm going to have to put it here, like this. I'm going to keep it towards the bottom, and I'm keeping this part straight. So I'll just put a little bit more glue on my plate. And you can just go straight in like this. You don't even have to put any on the back because it will adhere really well. And just make sure that you cover it completely. And you can be generous with it at the beginning and then just wipe it off. But don't wipe too much because it will start to tear. So you just want to make sure that you get it in the right place. This one is big, so I'm just going to add a little here so it doesn't move around too much. And then it just goes right on like that. And it soaks through, because this, you want the glue to be wet. If you're just using PVA glue, which is the white glue, then go ahead and add a tiny bit of water to it, because that will help for it to adhere. And this it will tear if you work on it too much, and it is bubbling up a little bit, but as it dries, it will pull out a little bit. There. So that's what it looks like wet, and I will show it to you again later when it is dry. But I think that's going to be a really fun thing to have on the outside of the box. Okay, so I finished my example, and this is what it looks like. So one thing that I noticed is do not put it on anything that you have not sanded down and painted, because you can see that it's not sticking, so I'll just cut that off. But apart from that, I like it. I think it looks great, and it's fun, and I'm going to put all of my baking piping tips and things like that, all the nozzles in here. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please click on the little thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe and click on the little notification bell, and it will allow you to receive information when I post a new video. See you soon. Bye.